Good afternoon. Well, they say, may you live in interesting times. We certainly do. We live in uncertain times and rapidly changing times, and times that have made huge demand on us all in so many different ways. But I'm really thrilled that from the Sea Cadet perspective, so many of our units in the Northwest have come back to training. That's 40% of them gone to Lyme and 50%, 33 units, undertaking some kind of training. Testament to so many people putting so much effort in, and thank you so much. I'm really pleased that Liz Stevens and John Challenger, Liz is our area chairman, John is our first Sea Lord cadet, were both honoured in the recent honours list, and that's also testament to the amazing work that so many people are putting in across the area. Now, you may be aware that this afternoon the Marine Society and Sea Cadets have issued slightly updated rules with regard to training and what's going on relating to the three-tier system. So I'm going to try and run through those just to help people understand what's involved. But please don't hesitate to get in touch with myself or other members of the area team if you need further explanation. Now, these rules are primarily for England. I'll come to Wales in a moment. So we'll run through the three tiers first of all. Tier 1, that affects really only units to the north and to the south ends of the northwest area, and those are these areas that really aren't in lockdown at all. It's called medium risk, Tier 1 by the government, and it says for units at Lyme, face-to-face Sea Cadet activity both indoors and outdoors may continue in line with the relevant approvals. Units not yet at Lyme may continue to plan and progress achievement of Lyme status in line with the relevant return to how-to guides. So that is continue very much as we have been. Now there's a slight change to the Tier 2, which is called high by the government. That is most of our units, but actually not Merseyside, and from today I understand not Lancashire. So for Tier 2 units at Lyme, face-to-face activity, both indoors and outdoors, there's the change, may continue in line with the relevant approvals. Units not yet at Lyme may continue to plan and progress towards Lyme status. We would strongly encourage units, this is the MSSC speaking, in Tier 2 to plan and deliver activities on an outside-only basis. However, this is not a requirement, and activities may be run inside, provided the necessary COVID-19 secure arrangements are fully implemented in line with the Return to Parading How-To Guide. So it does give you a bit more flexibility, and particularly if the weather's really bad, and you need to get indoors, you can probably do so. And I know many units have also adapted, of course, their training by doing some training on Sunday afternoons or Saturday afternoons and doing some virtual. Again, that's not ideal, but it is helpful. Now for Tier 3, very high, this is Merseyside and this is Lancashire. Units at Lyme, Sea Cadet face-to-face activity, including boating and fieldcraft, may take place on an outdoors-only basis, but indoor activity is not allowed. Units not yet at Lyme may continue to plan and progress as the other categories can, for outdoors-only boating or fieldcraft. In addition, area officers will liaise with the relevant local authority in Tier 3 areas in order to ensure that we respond appropriately to any additional restrictions that may be imposed by the local authority in question. Now, I've written to Liverpool City Council, Armed Forces Champion. She's going to contact the other authorities in the Merseyside City region. And so if there is anything that comes back on that, any restrictions they wish to impose on us, I will let you know. But at the moment, you are free to continue to train outside. And it also says here, cadets and volunteers that live in a Tier 3 can also take part in Sea Cadet activities regardless of location. However, they must apply any additional requirements that are imposed in their Tier 3 area, such as restrictions on movement. So I'd like to make the point that you can continue, and this is the government words, you can continue to travel into or out of very high alert level areas if you need to for work, education, to access youth services, or because of caring responsibilities. The key there is to access youth services, and that does include adult enabling training. So that's the position. I'm waiting for Liverpool to come back, but you can continue for now on that basis. And I will contact Lancashire County Council early next week. Now, if you're in North Wales, I'm afraid to say the situation is again slightly different. And if you're in Conway or Wrexham or Flint, you're on much more strict lockdown arrangements, in the sense that you cannot cross your local authority boundary without reasonable excuse, and youth activity is not included with this. So that is unfortunate for those units in those areas. That's Conwy, Rhyl, Connors Quay. Further west, I understand it's a bit more less restricted in Gwynedd for Pwllheli and for Holyhead. So that's the situation as we see it at the moment. It is complicated. It is rapidly changing. Thank you for bearing with us. We do our best to get the information out. I think I'll sign off by saying that, of course, any of this mean there's any pressure on anyone to volunteer and to turn out to cadets if they do not feel safe or they do not wish to do so. We, of course, as an organisation are doing our very, very best to help keep you safe. We have very stringent regulations for COVID-19 security, and we do our best to implement them. In fact, I'm doing some further briefs of some of the senior team in the coming days, just to make sure that we are as safe as we possibly can be. So a really big thank you anyway to everybody for amazing work. Please keep going, keep your morale up. It's not going to be easy over this coming period of dark nights and winter days, but we can do it, we can hold together, and Team Northwest will continue and come out of it stronger and better than ever. Thank you very much.